Happy Monday, team. Hope you're having an amazing start to your week. And hopefully you guys are kicking some goals in 2025 already. So excited to be here as always. My little background here, we've just bought some new luggage, luggage bags here. We're going to Fiji in about, at the time of this recording, I believe it's about 8 weeks, but I think when this gets released, it'll be closer to 5 weeks. Usually film about 3 weeks in advance for my podcast. I'm very organized. So let's get stuck into today's episode. We're actually going to go through how to increase your prices. We are just on a group call today this morning to start off the weekend. A couple of my clients asked about increasing session prices. There's a couple of different ways you can go around doing this, but let's talk about when you should actually do this type of stuff. And the simple answer is supply and demand. When you have more demand than there is supply, you need to increase your pricing. Or if you have a significantly low price, you need to increase your prices. Um, and I'm going to give you an example, and I'm not going to say the person's name, although I think they do tune into this podcast. But a certain personal trainer that I know, and there's a lot of people that do this. They charge super cheap when they first start just to get some clients through the door. And I understand why people do it. No issues at all. But long term, obviously, it's not sustainable. So we had a conversation this morning around how to actually increase the pricing. And I'm going to run you through a couple of different ways that we can do this. And I'll show you how I did it previously when I actually introduced an extra layer of service, which is one way to do it. But when I did it, I think I had like 120 clients at the time. So I couldn't have conversations on for every single person. So I had to do it in a bit more of a general way. Whereas I'm going to tell you how to do it a general way and then a personalized way as well. So this particular example is they're charging $100 a week for 3 sessions of PT per week. Now, yes, that's obviously super cheap, but everyone's going to start somewhere, so all is good. And basically, we needed to figure out a way to increase this person's pricing. So let me go through a way that you do it is as a general way of doing it. If you have a lot of clients, and then I'll go through a way that if you don't have a lot of clients, you can do it all individually and quite personalized. So let's get stuck in, shall we? So I've got a couple of I don't have a script per se, but I've got like the email that I used to send to all my clients about a $5 per week price increase. Now, if you can imagine this is pretty crazy when you think about it. I think I had 120 clients at that stage. 120 clients for an extra $5, an extra $600 a week, like that, instantly. And actually, by the way, I'll actually show you how to increase your price every single year, actually. Um, I'm just going to jot that down in case I forget it. Increase price yearly. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Now, what I essentially did, and for those who don't know my story, I've got my own body scanner machine. And the way I was able to increase my price by an additional $5, and this is per session, by the way. So for example, for existing clients, it was a $5 increase overall, but for new clients, it was per session was an extra $5 a week. So back to what I was saying. So I bought a body scanner machine. So for those who don't know, they're worth 15K, brand new. I chose to do it through finance, which is about $400 a month. Now, how much of this is a no-brainer? It was $400 a month to get a body scanner, but I increased my price by $600 a week overall. So I was making an extra $2,400 a month and only spending $400. Like instantly an extra almost 2K a month, pure profit. Was an absolute no-brainer for me. Now, these days, most people have a body scanner machine, but if anyone wants a body scanner, it's in the corner beside that chair. If anyone wants an Evolt 360 body scanner, I'll sell it to them super cheap. Because I literally have it's just sitting here collecting dust. So yeah, let me know if you do actually want one or want it. But basically, I sent out an email to say there's some exciting things happening in the business that everyone's excited for the future. Um, I'll read a couple of things from it. Um, Firstly, as always, we are so proud of each and every one of you for your continuous efforts inside and out of our gym, making constant strides forward to achieving your health and fitness goals. Secondly, and most importantly, we have some exciting changes and big news in relation to the direction of the business moving forward. We are excited to announce that we have purchased our very own Evolve 360 body scan to be used exclusively at our locations across North Brisbane. Here are some of the benefits, and this is what you receive. You get a body scan every single month, which usually costs between 30 to 50 per scan, and one body scan for a friend and family member per month included. You get macronutrient coaching and monthly analysis of your body composition. We've been working on this in the background for such a long time and can't wait to achieve even better results with targeted data. We cannot thank each and every one of you enough for your support, and without you, this simply would not be possible. In relation to this change, going forward, this will incur a $4.95 price increase on sessions and packages from 10th of February ongoing. There is nothing you need to do in relation to this change. All debits will be amended accordingly. If there's any questions, as always, feel free to reach out or get in touch in the gym. As a token of appreciation and for your constant support, we're going to give every client 5 Kickstart packages to gift to your family and friends, valued at $150 each. Now, how good does that sound? Basically, you're going to give everyone body scans included for $5 a week, so basically $20 a month. They usually cost 30 to 50 per scan. That is how I did it, and I literally sent out that email to the 120 odd clients. We had, I think it was 3 people opt out of the body scans. 3 out of 120. Don't overthink it, guys. When people are happy to pay more for good service and a better service and a better product. So people have money. Like, yes, everything's gone up in price, but people are still spending, $7 on a cappuccino at Starbucks. They've got money. They're still getting Uber Eats most weeks or weekends. They're still taking Ubers everywhere instead of walking or catching the bus. People have money. So, where are we at? So that's one way. That's if you're going to do it, rip the band-aid off, that's one way you can do it. Now, in summary, like, not everyone's going to be obvious. Not everyone can buy a body scanner machine. So what else can you offer your clients? Now, prime example, if you're going from face-to-face to hybrid coaching, prime example of what you can do here. If you're not doing any type of online coaching, include online coaching now and charge it at a discounted rate. So, for example, if your normal online coaching is going to be $40 a week, this could be a perfect example of how you can increase the service and then increase the price. Tell you another example. Another client of mine, I'm not going to say the name, but what happened was we moved from a face-to-face to a hybrid model. And this particular PT, she was actually doing online coaching already, but she wasn't actually getting paid for it. So all the programming, the weekly check-ins, the feedback, all the stuff that she was doing outside of the sessions, she wasn't getting paid for it. So many personal trainers do this, and I did this myself when I was doing face-to-face PT. You need to charge for that time. People are paying for your time in the gym face-to-face, but yes, you're doing all this other stuff outside of the gym. You still need to get paid for. But guess what happened? Her sessions, I think, were 80 for 45 minutes, I think. And guess what happened? Her online coaching was, I think, 40 a week. Correct me if I think it's 40 a week. So guess what happened? We said, hey, look, we're changing things in the new year. We're going to be doing hybrid coaching. So you're going to get more support behind the scenes. We're going to increase your level of accountability, support, structure. New price is going to be 120 a week instead of 80. No one, everyone said, yeah, no worries. Literally every single person. Yeah, I get that's not always going to happen. I understand that. It is what it is. But if you've got a really good service, or if you're improving the service and you've got loyal clientele, which a lot of you guys would, should be no reason why most of your clients won't go into the new pricing model. So that's another example of what's possible, but instantly. we were able to make like an extra couple $100 a week instantly. And now moving forward, she's actually getting paid for the time she's actually putting in every week. So if you haven't watched my training on the hybrid coaching model, make sure you watch that. I don't know what episode it is exactly on my podcast, but it's definitely in here. Now let's go through the more personalized approach, where you might have some clients that you obviously know a lot more personally. Let's say you might have 20 clients. A lot easier to do it with 20 clients. Now, let's use the example of hybrid because that's pretty common for PTs not doing the hybrid model. Essentially, what you're going to, and this is what I went through with my client this morning, and this is what I did when I moved all my clients online. I asked permission and I got feedback before I actually presented the options to them. But what that looks like is, hey guys, or hey Tamara, I'm really enjoying our sessions. You've been such a loyal client for such a long time. I wanted to actually talk to you about some possible changes that we're thinking of doing to the service and our structure of our pricing structure. And I just wanted to know if you'd be open to a couple of potential changes to improve our service and get you better results. Would you be open to that? So ask permission. They're going to say yes. It's raining at the moment. Okay. So ask permission. Then, if you're not too confident at this part, say, cool, I'm going to put together something and I'll come back to you next session and I can go through a couple of options with you. Take the pressure off. Just ask permission first. And if they're open to it, yeah, sweet. I'll come back to you with a couple of options. And then let's say next session comes along. Like, cool. I ran through a couple of numbers and as you know, we're getting super busy with personal training. So we've only got a limited amount of times that we're available. So we've got a lot of demand. And we don't have a whole lot of supply left, which means long term, what we're currently doing with our pricing structure is not really viable anymore. But I'm going to give you a couple of options to make sure you looked after, you get the best results, you get the structure and accountability to make it work. So what we're going to do, we're going to increase our service to include online coaching as well. So we're going to do some face-to-face stuff plus online coaching to make it a hybrid coaching model, which ensures that you actually get the level of accountability and support that you need and the structure and guidance that you need as well. So what it's going to look like is this is the support behind the scenes. This is the support in person. Basically, your pricing is going to change from this to this. That's the first option. Second option is you can do keep it a similar pricing point now, but the level of access would change slightly to me. So for example, let's just say they're doing 2 sessions a week for $100, and your new price is basically $100 with online coaching for 1 session a week. You say, cool, we can either keep the same price and we're just going to do 1 session instead of 2, and the support will be more behind the scenes with the online coaching. Second option is you stop doing the face-to-face sessions and we just do online coaching. You get the support, the accountability, the structure, etc. That's just going to be 60. You save yourself $40 a week. So it's more sustainable for you to do for a longer period of time. Which one would you prefer to do? Beautiful. Awesome. So nothing's going to change right now. It's going to start in 4 weeks' time to give me some time to prepare everything, get everything ready to go. Just thought I'd let you know. You don't have to do anything on your side. The payments are going to automatically change. That's how you do it, team. That is how you do it. Now, I do realize that not everyone is going to be as easy as that. This is where you can tailor make the individual pricing for individual clients. Just make sure you don't tell everyone else because they're going to be pissed off that some people are paying less than others. So you can do that, by the way. That's completely fine to tailor make the individual's price based on their individual circumstance. I understand that. That's completely fine on my end. So what that might look like is, so you might say someone can only really afford 100 a week, but they really need face-to-face sessions. You can say, okay, cool. I understand that. What we can do for you I'm not going to include any online coaching for you in particular because you don't need it. You just need the face-to-face sessions. So I'm not going to do the check-ins outside of our sessions. We're just doing the face-to-face sessions, and it's going to be 80. Okay. Tailor make it to suit the individual to get them the best results. Completely fine with that, but you want to make sure you're valuing your time. Okay. So hope that makes sense, team. But that's a couple of different ways that you can increase your pricing. The other way that you can increase pricing is for pretty new PTs, uh, pretty new personal trainers. I can't even speak. When you need to register for GST, you automatically have a 10% bill of your income, essentially. So you're basically forced to increase your price by 10%. This is when you get to 75K per year, you'll need to register for GST. Okay. So you're basically forced to increase your price by 10% anyway. A good opportunity is just to increase it by a little bit more than that. Okay. So let's just say your pricing is 65. 10% of 65 is $6.50. So you might increase it by $10 for new clients. For current clients, you just increase it by 10%. Okay. Now, I did write down before how to get your price increased every single year. And I'm literally about to introduce this um, into my pricing structure. In your terms and conditions, so for those who don't know, when you own a gym and when you sign a lease, the rent of that lease goes up every year. Now, for my gym, it was 4%. 4% every year in line with inflation. So essentially, I recommend doing the same thing. I suggest saying in your terms and conditions, on this date every single year, the price is going to go up 4% or whatever percent you feel comfortable with. I would say 4%. So if your pricing is $100 a week, it's going to be $104 next year, and then just keep going up and up and up. That ensures that you're still getting paid the market value. You're not going backwards when everything else is going up. And you have to worry about having conversations around price increases. It's in the terms and conditions. You go through it when they first sign up. So my suggestion is 1st of July, so the start of the financial year, price goes up 4% without fail. Happens automatically. You just have a recurring event in your calendar. Okay, cool. Reminder, all direct debits increase by 4%. Super simple, right? So that's my last bit of value for you guys today. I'm going to implement that into my business very soon as well. But in terms and conditions, get it in there, discuss it when they first sign up. It's fair enough. Like things go up every single year. You need to, the subscriptions for everything else goes up. Why can't your price go up every single year? So hope that makes sense. Give me some feedback on any value you got from this episode, and I'll see you next week.